So we often hear a lot about stranger danger, and we hear that in schools, but what we know from research is that most of the time, the majority of the time, the abuser is known to the person who survives the abuse. Barb, can you tell us a bit about how that idea of stranger danger really impacts young people coming forward?
So we know that at least 96% of people who have been sexually abused as children were known to their abuser. And I remember growing up and constantly hearing about stranger danger, but what no one ever taught me was what to do when that danger was sitting at the dining room table with me. So in my case, my abuser was family, and the people who enabled him was also family. And I think that when it's familial abuse, you not only are dealing with that abuse, but you're also dealing with the cover-up and that ongoing cover-up of many, many years. So I think if school, which is, you know, the only other place we go to as young children, are only educating us about strangers, beware of strangers, you really don't know what's happening to you or that it's wrong because the people in your immediate circle are normalising that behaviour for you. So as I said, in my case, my abuser was family. It started when I was pretty young. I was about four and a half, and it went on for many decades after.
So often that we hear that's the case. It's so hard to take that step and come forward. Do you feel able to share a little bit more about that for you and your personal journey?
There's always conversation about why kids don't speak up. In my case, a few years after the abuse started, I told an older sibling, and that sibling mentioned it to another sibling, and news eventually got to my mum. I wasn't expecting that, didn't know that that was happening, so what my memories from that day is just there was a lot of screaming in the house, but nothing changed. My abuser stayed in the family home, the abuse continued, but the difference was my abuser knew that there were going to be no consequences to anything he did to me, and I also knew that, and it got back to that thing about it was more important for me to protect family than for family to protect me. Yeah, it was normalised.
Thank you for sharing that, Barb. And it's made me think about what young people have to kind of go through and live through in terms of, you know, going through the abuse itself, and then also feeling the responsibility to speak up as well. It's really hard, and it also makes me think of, I don't know if you connect with the word resilience, but I'm wondering